As panelists, we have representatives of all the exchanges, BSE, MSE, NSE, MCX, and CDEX. We have representatives from clearing corporations, ICCL and NCL. We have representatives from depositories, CDSL and NSDL. Between them, they are capable of answering all the questions. Even for them, it's a big challenge. You have to understand for MIs to set up these systems and processes is not a joke. In the pandemic times, they have their own constraints. The kind of UAT, user acceptance testing, and all that they need to do to have stable systems is just at a different level. But still, it's a regulatory desire, and they are struggling hard to implement it. Even as every day there are some changes come, so that it is almost making it up as we go along. 99.99% everything is stable. But for example, when we give a feedback, well, good point, they try to change the system to the extent possible. For example, partial pledge, for example, do not open two accounts. They are trying hard, but we have to make it happen. And brokers, as broker associations, we are just trying to have more education, more knowledge, more guidance कि पता तुमको पता होना चाहिए तुम्हारे साथ क्या होने वाला है. तुम कर सकते हो तो करो, नहीं कर सकते हो तो मत करो. It should not be because of ignorance. यार करना क्या है? Now we all know. For brokers, we need to educate our customers. बिकॉज कस्टमर बोले बॉस आप ये प्लेज कर लो. अरे कैसे कर लो? तो ओटीपी है. कौन सा ओटीपी? अरे लिंक. अरे ये तो मेरा ईमेल है. अरे मेरे बेटी का ईमेल. अरे मेरे पापा का ईमेल है. All that education will be required. Though there is, as a associate also, we'll do what we can do, but this is where we stand. So I take this opportunity now to ask my fellow panelists if you have any additional points or question that you would like to add. Also, in case of my speaking, if I've made any factual error, or there's some issue that I've not touched upon that you think is important, should be flagged, you could do it now before we take the Q&A. I'm going on mute. None. जब पैनल में कम लोग होते हैं तो ज्यादा बातें होती है. जब बहुत जाने तो बातें कम हो गई. Very interesting. But all right, so we'll move to the Q&As. We have around 800 participants on the session with already 65 questions in queue. We will continue the Q&A till 6:30, and after that we will kind of try to see if we can cope up. Okay, can we do partial pledge? Can we do partial invocation? Yes, partial invocation is allowed. Partial pledge is currently allowed in one depository and not in the other, but it should be on soon.
So Uttam, Prashant Vagal here.
Yeah, Prashant.
Yeah, so Prashant Vagal from NSDL. So
Yes,
this question is repeatedly coming about whether NSDL enabling the partial repledge and pledge 1, pledge 2 option, as well as the closure and invocation at a partial level. So we have noted that suggestion and we have started the software development for that. We are very much optimistic by 1st August we will be able to implement that feature. And when we are going to do that partial repledge as well as the partial closure and invocation, we are also giving the facility today when the meeting held at SEBI. One of the point which was case that at the time of client doing the margin pledge with a TM, he may not be knowing what segment it is to be done. So we should allow the all facility available. So we are also enabling the option whereby when the doing the margin pledge with TM1, it could be for all segment. And when that TM is dealing with a 2 CM or currency derivative CM1, and for FNO there is a CM2, that 500 shares he can replace CM1 for currency derivative, and remaining 500 he can replace to CM2 for FNO. So not only the partial but also the segment wise change also we are enabling under the partial repledging option.
Thank you so much, Prashant, for this question because लोग पूछ के परेशान कर दिए थे. So, friends, you have to understand for a depository, they designed the full system. Okay, and then based on market feedback, when they realize that there's a problem, they are working so hard in spite of such severe deadline to implement such a big change, getting new change inside. Still, it is being done. Really appreciate all MIs, the kind of effort. All MIs have just taken phenomenal effort during this pandemic, and again, all this the issues that we as market participants face. Really appreciate. Thank you so much. There's a question: can broker accept pledge on securities which are not listed or not in the approved list? I think the exchange inspection team can confirm if I say that SEBI circular says that you can pledge any securities in favor of customer, in favor of trading member. Is that correct? Exchange inspection teams, if you could confirm, or say, you can always say ki we'll clarify later. Exchanges. All right, we'll hold on this question for the time being.
Uh,
Uh, uh,
Uttam Hansen here.
yeah, Hansen.
The members can take any shares, any other than approved securities also they can take from the clients,
Okay.
as long as there's
All
no
right.
problem. But they will not be able to push it forward to the clearing corporation.
All right. Hansen has clarified that you can take all securities, but obviously you can't push it forward to clearing corporation. It can't go to level 3 definitely. Level 2 will be between you and CM. Now, another related question that comes out of this is, can I count these securities for margin collection and reporting? This is again a joint question for because margin reporting nowadays comes to clearing corporation. And obviously exchange inspection instructions. So while accepting securities from customers, I've taken a non-approved securities. Great. Can I use it for when I say I've collected margin, reported margin collection? Can I put those numbers there? This is a question which is not clearly answered. So if you could specify in the next FAQ, allow कर रहे हो तो भी ठीक है, नहीं allow कर रहे हो तो भी ठीक है. But ये topic को आप close कर दीजिए in the next FAQ issued on margin collection reporting. Okay. There's a question for depositories. Sorry, yeah, please, Mahesh. Yeah.
Yeah, I think, sir, it is already clarified. Securities in dematerialized form actively traded on the national exchanges, not declared as illiquid security by any of such exchanges with appropriate haircut, you can consider for margin purpose.
Okay. So the request from members would be ki, there's a specific securities which are accepted margin, and all the illiquid are not, but illiquid is allowed to be placed in our favor. So if you're allowed to be pledged, will you please consider it? Probably the answer will be no, but please know the request. As a community, हम मांगना हमारा काम है. Okay, somebody has said that we are still to receive the revised statement of holding and statement of transaction format. This is for the depositories. If you could please give it as early as possible.
Yeah.
There's another request. API integration for real-time pledge is not yet finalized. It will be very critical because people will be working on the fly. So as soon as you can bring it up, if you could give that, that will be a huge benefit for technologically savvy members. Okay,
Sir,
yeah.
yeah. No, we are definitely working on it, and for a page API and all. But from CDSL point of view, they can use the common upload API for uploading the transaction from their back office using the API, the place transactions. So they can very much use that.
All right. Okay, this is answered. Okay, somebody asked for a reclarification for the period of 1st August to 30th August. Whatever shares are lying in the TTCA collateral account, they will be considered for margin collection reporting. I have said it, but there's a question if one of the one of the exchange MIs could confirm that, so they will be satisfied कि हाँ सही है.
You are saying share available in collateral account on 1st August.
From between 1st August and 30th. So it's like this. A client
that will not be considered for margin purpose.
So I'll just repeat it again. On 31st July, a client has given 1 crore shares to me in my margin. All right,
Okay.
as a TTCA. 31st July, it is lying there. Now 31st July is over and 1st August has happened. Now I understand I have time for 1 month to give the shares back to him and take it back as pledge. And suppose I do it on 15th August. See, now between 1st August and 15th August, when I do margin collection, do I say I have 0 margin or do I say I have 1 crore margin lying with me? There can be only one answer. Either for the period of 1st August to 15th August, I have 0 margin or I have 1 crore margin. After haircut, of course. It is my understanding that 1 crore is lying with me for the period of 1 month. But after 31st August, I don't have this facility. So could exchange clarify, or you can always say we'll clarify later. There's some questions that cannot be answered immediately, but some are obvious.
Uttam, we will clarify it later.
So ठीक है, later में 2 दिन में कर देना, please. All right, friends. So there's a different stand being taken here. If client is pledged, okay. Now client has pledged in favor of broker in cash segment, and he has mentioned cash segment, and he's trading in FNO. Now broker has not repledged. It's perfectly all right. Can the broker say that I have received margin for the FNO? My answer would be yes, because when I report, it is all segment, all exchange. So margin due here and balance of all segment, all exchange, it should be okay. Can exchanges confirm that?
Can you repeat the question?
So when he pledged shares, he said, I'm pledging these shares for cash market. Okay, in the margin pledge. Instead of all, he mentioned cash. तो उसने करोड़ रुपए का शेयर मुझे pledge कर दिया. Very good. And he's trading in cash market, perfectly all right. Now suddenly Monday morning he said कि यार cash का position सका हो गया, मुझे FNO में खेलना है. And FNO में उसने सौदा कर लिया, उसका margin due is 1 crore. Now I want to report his margin collected. Now for the FNO segment, now will I report 0 or will I report 1 crore? Because while reporting, I take balance of all segment, all exchange, and in equity, 1 crore is lying.
So currently it is allowed. I mean, this pledging thing was not there. So once the pledging thing is there, then also it should be allowed. So still we will discuss and get back to you on this.
All right. Okay. There's somebody has said that this depositories, please, and CCs, please start your margin pledge repledge at least 1 week before 1st August. Please don't 1st August के दिन ही बोला आज चलो आज 1st August है आज से शुरू कर सकते हो, ऐसा मत करना, please पहले कर देना. That's a request for your noting. Okay, now there's another question. Will shares lying in pool account or KUSA account be considered for margin reporting post pledge repledge system? I think this comes from the wording. Currently, it is considered, but the wordings of SEBI circular said that may suggest otherwise. So, I'll repeat the question again with example. There's a client who has a margin due of 1 crore rupees. There and a ledger balance debit of 10 lakh rupees. Say these two figures. Now in KUSA account, shares worth 50 lakh is lying, and margin pledge shares worth 50 lakh is lying. Let's assume no haircut issue. So his margin, so when I report margin, so KUSA 50 lakh minus 10 lakh ledger debit, KUSA value is worth 40 lakhs, and margin shares collateral is worth 50 lakhs. So will I report 90 lakhs as margin collected, or will I report 50 lakhs as margin collected? Or you could note it down and clarify later. Anyone from the exchanges?
In the FAQ, we have given that KUSA balance, if it is already reduced, then this balance can be considered. If it is not reduced from the ledger, then you cannot consider.
So the current FAQ as it says it will be considered. If FAQ gets revised, so that's a separate matter altogether. Thank you so much, Kiran. Here. How to take electronic pledge request from client without easiest?
They can give the physical instruction. I mean, pledge request form to the DPs.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay. Single margin pledge account is sufficient for all segments. Equity, currency, commodity, MTF. I think the answer is yes. Is that correct? एक तो आधे आंसर मैं दे देता हूँ लेकिन MI सपोर्ट नहीं करता तो मेरे आंसर की वैल्यू नहीं है. So repeat for the purpose of collateral account I create. I open one account in HDL, one in CDSL. उसके अंदर तुझे MTF करना है, कैश करना है, करेंसी करना है, जो भी करना है तो यहाँ पे प्लेज कर दे. Is that okay?
There is no segment-wise account needs to be open. It is one for TM, one for CM, and he can do the margin pledge for different segments. Provided he should be registered. I mean, UCC should be registered for that segment.
All right. Achha, when can we depositories? When can we expect the sample data to test the back office?
Uttamji will definitely come back to you on this particular date, but we'll give you as early as possible so they can also.
Thank you.
So in NHDL we are targeting for the next week.
Next week, oh wonderful.
We're going to give a sample data as well as a test file also to upload.
Okay. So somebody said, what segment do we mention in the pledge? There's an option to mention all, so that is okay.
Yeah, we have a same. We are also giving the all option to the DPs to set up.
All right. Okay, so there's a question. In case there's a margin required during the day, and the pledge process not completed, are we required to stop trading? Boss, you can't even start trading. But stop in the sense upfront margin is there. So upfront margin requirement is there. So you probably you cannot. KUSA, well, it has been answered. What will be mentioned in UCC in case of pro-owned stocks? I understand that it will be blank. There won't be any UCC in pro-owned stocks. Is that correct?
UCC will be optional in case of pro initiation pledge.
All right. Thank you.
In case of a HDL, the UCC will be the TMID. In case of proprietary.
Okay, so all right, but will it is automatically populated in the accounts, or we have to do something about it?
No, it is automatically populated, and we had a discussion with the clearing corporation and exchanges.
Okay.
So that has been arrived upon. So accordingly, it will be already populated.
All right. So is it fair to say that whether pro or client, what to put in UCC, that is being handled by the MIIs? You don't need to worry about. Don't need to take any proactive step about it. Frankly, बस verify कर लेना आ गया कि नहीं. If you want to delete it, yes, adding depositories and handling it for you based on data from depository, including for own pro. Would it be a fair statement?
Yes, it is a fair statement.
All right. Thank you. If I collect margin in FNO and I allow FNO same collateral, okay, if collateral has been answered, is part unpledged possible? And my understanding is yes.
Yeah, partial unpledge is possible.
Okay. Somebody said this 1 second rule. Can you please explain again? Yes, it is very important for you to understand. See, how it is going to happen is, suppose whatever money you give to the clearing company, I'm talking about self-clearing member clearing combination combo. When the CM comes in, the rules, when the professional clearing member comes in, the rules change a bit. But let's talk about the CC relationship. So when I give money to the clearing corporation, ये ले 50 लाख FD, बोले okay 50 लाख limit ले ले. ये लो भाई 50 लाख की बैंक गारंटी, भाई 50 लाख लिमिट और ले ले. सब ये लो 50 लाख के सीएम के ओन सिक्योरिटीज, हाँ भाई 1.5 करोड़ का लिमिट हो गया टोटल, बढ़िया है. सर ये लो 50 लाख क्लाइंट के शेयर्स, it will be parked aside, you won't get a limit, your limit is 1.5 crores. Now as soon as the client trades, suppose that fellow जिसका शेयर है he has traded and the margin was 20 lakhs, first अपने 1.5 करोड़ में से 20 लाख घटेगा और आपका 1 करोड़ 30 लाख रह जाएगा. Then CC will check, अरे this fellow का additional 50 पड़ा हुआ ना, वहाँ का 50 का लिमिट यहाँ देके आपको वापस 150 कर देंगे. This will take at least a second. That's my guess. Now it should not. And CCs are aware of this issue. And they said, okay, we'll try to figure it out, work it out, कि तुमको minimum तकलीफ हो. But I have requested कि हमें zero तकलीफ होना चाहिए. And the analogy is pain. If I do early pain of shares, okay, it's not that एक सेकंड के लिए टर्मिनल बंद होकर अर्ली प्रिंट क्रेडिट मिलता है, तो मार्जिन लगता ही नहीं है उस लेवल का. Similarly, for securities, both clearing corporations से विनती है, if you could do that, it will become a seamless process. And whether you can do it or not, I know one thing: if I can think it, software can do it. Only thing is, it is a difficult call. It takes time to implement it. Even if you can't do it on 1st August, 1st September, 1st October, the earliest you can do it will be a big benefit for the community at large. I'll move ahead. Can we open the TM CMP account in our group company? Of course, you can open this Demat account. Okay, there's no requirement. Okay, if you have a pool account with particular DP, you have to open the client margin pledge account with same DP. You can open anywhere. However, if it's the same DP, the documentations go less. And that is the advantage, but you can open anywhere you choose. How does the client choose which segment he wants to create pledge for? Here's the option in the form. He can put all or segments. Can we use pledge fungibility across the segments? Yes. Okay. Has BBF asked any clarity from SEBI exchanges where PO has no clause for pledging? Will addendum or any letter from client will do? Yes, I spoke to depositories and depositories said that it is not appropriate for them to clarify the legal aspects of the Power of Attorney Act. So the exchange, the MIs are very clear that you should have a valid power of attorney. Now, whether the power of attorney is valid or not is something that only a legal team can say. You can always make a format and ask a question, is this valid? They may say yes or no, but that is it's a choice of the depository whether or not to give that clarification. Now, the many people had requested BBF to come out with a format, and that time, and I'm scared to do that because if BBF comes out with a format and 5 साल बाद पता चला format में mistake है, so all the trades based on that PO will come under legal cloud. It's a very dangerous thing to do. Okay, somebody is given a specific example and ask, he's a TM CM in cash segment and TM in FNO. So what he needs to do? In NSDL currently he opens one account, and CDS currently he opens two accounts. If CDSL changes stand, probably CDS will also become one each.
Yeah.
Achha, for how many days does the invoke share, can the invoke share be kept with the broker? Ideally, it should not be kept even for a single day. You should invoke it, slide the market, do early pain and khatam karo. However, please don't keep it with you. But definitely, there's no regulation how long. Maybe exchanges, when you come out with the FAQ, you could consider putting something. Whether client margin pledge account can be opened segment wise. Clearing corporations, if as a clearing member, I open 5-6 margin pledge accounts, do you have a problem?
No, we can handle multiple accounts also. We can handle single account also across all segments, and we can handle multiple accounts also.
Okay. ICCL same process at your level, I suppose.
There is no restriction at our end.
Uh,
There is no restriction that he has to open one account.
Okay. So friends, if for any purpose, any broker decides that I want to open a separate margin for cash and separate pledge account for FNO and separate for MTF, separate for this, and is CM clear separate, for they want physical segregation, they want simple accounting. If you want to do that, it's possible. You can open 5 accounts, 10 accounts, 20 accounts. You have to map those. If you don't want to do level 2, level 3 with it, very happy, very good. But if you want to do level 2, level 3, you have to ask your CM or you have to ask your CC whether they'll accept. Now, whether not a CM will accept depends on your the CM relationship and their technical expertise. But CC is confirming that unko koi problem nahi hai. But if anybody does that, for example, the regulator once asked me, why do brokers require so many bank accounts? Can we come out with a regulation? You can open 5 accounts, 10 accounts, 20 accounts. I said it is because all those transfer checks are there. So when you open too many accounts, even regulator gets confused. Why are you doing such a thing? There has to be a logical reason. But if somebody says, for every segment I want to open one, makes sense. For every PCM I want to open, makes sense. For every CC I want to open, makes sense. But as we moved for every branch, I think there'll be a problem. Question, how long will it take to unpledge? If you have free limits is as quickly as it depends on the efficiency of the clearing corporation. It depends on the efficiency of the clearing member and depends on efficiency of your own. In theory, it can happen in 1 second. Practically, I think will take a couple of hours. सब जगह batch processes होगा. Probably तुम CM के site पे जाके बोलोगे release or maybe send a letter. वो release आएगा, computer में डालेगा, maker होगा, checker होगा, फिर system में जाएगा, वहाँ भी maker होगा, checker होगा. So these are things these are time it will take. Yeah. Is interdepository pledge available? No, interdepository pledge is not available neither in the old pledge in the new pledge. Okay, somebody, my client is running a loss. RMS sells the shares in the new pledge. My back office unpledges the stock and takes the pain. Is this valid? Okay, this is definitely valid. In fact, this is the preferred way. You have to ideally release the pledge and take it in normal pain as per the normal routine. If it's a margin call sale, you have to put that star or the asterisk in the contract note. Don't forget. Invocation should be minimized, avoided. But if you fear that if you release the pledge and try to take the pain or beach mein client shares kha jayega, then you have to invoke. But if you are so fearful, then you have to explain why it is. And if you're so fearful of the client, probably you cannot continue with such a client. All right, we are going to take margin reporting in. We are going to take margin reporting. How are we going to take margin reporting in this? How will one bifurcate reporting for normal and MTF on the same day for margins given so and so? Friends, the MTF from the regulatory point of view, they have been very clear. MTF is a separate bucket. Normal trading is a separate bucket. These two should be segregated and not mixed and not taken overall. There could be some extra credit lying in MTF. There could be some extra credit lying in this. If you want to use it, you have to actually pass an entry and move it there. That also in the exception circumstances, as mentioned in the FAQ, it can't be a routine process. Though in my opinion, why not a routine process? If there's a credit here, he should be able to move it here every day, every morning, every evening. However, only it can move if it is a credit. We'll see the current FAQ, if you read, it clearly specifies. But the overall principle is MTF books should be separate and broking books should be separate, because if you remember, MTF doesn't have investor protection. MTF is treated a little stepmotherly in the overall scheme, because that is not truly the main business. In fact, there's a section of SEBI which believes that brokers should not do margin trading at all, because that is not your business. But which is obviously, of course, different officials of SEBI and different parts of SEBI have different opinion on how the markets should structure. But there is a line of thought which believes that brokers should not be in the business of margin trading. There's another line, well, no, you can do this business because it's part of securities business. But regulatory thought will delve over time. I hope I answered your question on MTF. Next, NCL circular dated 3rd July 20. Clearing member shall ensure that designated account is solely used for the purpose of pledging in favor of NCL. Any other use of designated account treated as non-compliance. Does it mean that shares received from client but not pledged to NCL should not be parked in this account? NCL, Joseph, you can read the question now.
Yeah, I can read the question.
Yeah, perfect.
So it is not like that. It is basically so that anyway the shares will not be parked in that account, because it will be only pledge will be accepted. But it should be used only for the pledge purpose only, is what our intentions are.
So it is not that if I open a margin pledge account, if I use it to suppose I am for one segment I am a self-clearing member with NCL, and for other segment I am a self-clearing member with ICCL, say for example. So that demat account, half shares are pledged to NCL, half to ICCL. I hope you don't have a problem with that.
That is fine. That is fine.
So probably
that it cannot be misused for something else. That's why it is.
So probably you should consider changing the word. So can be used only for pledging with clearing corporation / clearing members.
Why we will consider that. We'll
please
try and reword that.
Thank you so much. Thank you, participant, for pointing out that question. Okay, in case of amendment to POA, I am not taking any POA question because nobody in this panel has the authority or the understanding of the subject to answer that question. You really need to ask your legal advisor for this. Okay. Kiran Bhai's video is going on and off. I don't know what's happening. Is there any clarification on peak margin? There's a question on peak margin and upfront margin. Friends, today is the seminar on, this is a topic that I'm avoiding for today's seminar because I believe there's a committee at SEBI which has been formed, which is applying its mind, and it has not yet come out with any final recommendation. So for purpose of peak margin, please refer to the existing laws and your interpretation of how it should be implemented. There's a question on upfront margins. If we collect shares upfront for sale and do not do early paying on the day of trade, will it be considered for upfront margin? I think yes, because please exchanges, correct me if I'm wrong. Currently, the exchanges say that if you have sold the, it will go if you sold the shares. Suppose margin is 30%. You sold shares worth rupees 100, margin is 30 rupees, and she has transferred shares into the demat account, in your pool account. You have not done early paying; it is lying there, and the haircut for that is suppose 50%. So for the margin due of 30 rupees, you have margin collection 50 rupees. So it should not be a problem. In fact, 20 rupees is lying unutilized for further trades. Is that correct? The current interpretation of the FAQ of 31st December 2019 exchanges?
Yes, sir. It is correct.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. Question: can we get a recording and PPT of this session? The PPT of this session definitely will be there. When I was running the PPT, I realized I've made some grammatical errors. So give me a chance for 15 minutes after this session to modify those mistakes. And all PPTs of BBF, though all of you have joined this webinar, have registered in the on BBF website. On BBF, next to the registration, there is a download section where you can download the PPT of all the old seminars. And next to that, there is a YouTube link, which we have put the link, but we have not yet put any videos. It is like depositories who have allowed you to open margin pledge account, but you can't do any pledge right now. Similarly, we have set it up, and this particular webinar, we are going to put up the video on that link. The video requires some editing, so probably by end of day tomorrow we'll put it. After we put it, we'll distribute, send a message that this has been put, so it can be answered. So you can view this video at your leisure. And yeah, if a client has done a margin pledge in BSE cash, can we give F&O? Yes, we have answered that question. If client, yes, this question has been answered indirectly. Swap of pledge, if member is CM in cash and TM in derivatives, can this be done without any OTP? Yes, it can be done. Panelist, please, if I make, while answering the question, I'm answering the question based off my so many discussions with SEBI, with MIIs from time to time. I may be wrong. Some opinion may have changed. I may have understood something wrong. So if I make a false statement or incorrect statement, please jump and say, Uttam bhai, ye galat bol gaye. That would be very, very helpful. I'm trying to be efficient in answering. Next question. Is there any change in format of register of securities? For example, do I need to put the PSN number in the register of securities, etc., etc.? Exchanges? Are you? I'm sure there are no changes given now, but are you considering bringing some changes in?
So ideally, the register of securities was primarily for the securities which were lying in the account of the members. As of now, given the fact that the securities will be in the client's account, we will discuss this matter whether they have to appear in the register of securities and has to be reflected there. We'll come back to you on this, sir.
All right. So, friends, that is the something that the exchange will have to apply its mind on. My guess is it has to be there. The point is, if I am going to report margin collection of customers, my back office needs to record how I got that margin collection. If I'm going to record that, there has to be some kind of logic built in it. So unless there's a register of securities or equivalent which captures this, I think it will be an incomplete books of accounts of the broker. Having said that, if we give a whatever the exchanges decide is fine. अब exchanges बोलेंगे अरे मेरे members बोलेंगे ये हटा रहे हैं तो क्यों तो वापस डलवा रहा है boss, we have to, as an association, we have to give suggestions or feedback which is in interest of the markets. also of the ease of convenience of brokers, also in the interest of the markets. Is BBF circulating a sample amendment to POA? We were considering the couple of us working on it, but I don't know whether we will dare to do it. We'll get back on that. Whether securities and existing collateral can be considered for margin reporting till 31st August. The exchanges have said that they'll come out with this. How to handle corporate action in case of margin pledge and repledge? Friends, this was discussed in one of the meetings. I'll try to hazard. I'll try to preempt the depositories. They can correct me. In case of corporate action, if it is pledged in your favor, the new corporate non-cash corporate auction will also be automatically pledged in your favor in case of bonus, splits, and I think demergers. It will not be true in case of right entitlement. So, or the rule of the thumb is wherever there's a fixed ratio. No, I don't know rule of the thumb. Is that correct, depositories?
Yeah, Uttam, today also in the depository system, the pledge is existing, and where the securities are blocked in a client demat account in the flare of the pledgee against he has taken a loan, or it could be the clearing member account also. So there also we have the system whereby the split bonus type of the corporations are handled. So in case of this margin pledge, repledge also, the securities are going to remain in a client account. Either the margin pledge or the repledge account. So the existing corporate action system, either in case of a split or demerger or could be the bonus, will work here also, and it will ensure that the necessary corporate action credits are created in the pledge account in the favor of the TM or a CM or a CC, as the case may be.
For the entire chain, level 1, level 2, level 3, everything it will get updated.
Sir, in case of sir, in case of CDSL also, hello.
Yes, sir. Ashish.
In case of CDSL also, there is the same. In case of bonus and all, the pledge will be created, and it will be a concept of parent pledge and the child pledge. Okay. The child pledge PSN will also be generated, and accordingly the new pledge sequence number will be generated, and the bonus quantity will be under the pledge. Okay. So that is also the same thing.
Okay. There's a query in case. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This thing. It is that we have got, suppose somebody is there on all 3 levels. Okay, level 1, level 2, level 3. Then this new pledge, resulting out of this split or bonus or whatever, will be replicated on all the 3 levels, which is what is also important to me.
Okay, right. Thank you. There's another query, please. If I have a query, can I have any contact number to contact? Well, you have many ways. Number 1, you can write a query to the relevant MIA. Usually they respond to queries. You can, in case, or you can hire a compliance consultant. He will answer your queries, hopefully. You can ask your internal auditor. They are usually very bright people. Or you can, there's for all members of BBF, we have something called Brokers Forum Google Group, where we have 2000 email IDs added, where we ask each other questions and members answer each other's questions. So if your ID is not a part of Brokers Forum Google Group, you could consider joining it. Now, how to add it to the group? Just send a email to Brokers Forum email ID. Keep is email ID ko add kar do. Please add kar denge. However, Brokers Forum Google Group is open only to members of BBF. So in case you have not paid a subscription, de dena bhai. Do we need to open exchange a segment-wise demat account? This has been answered. It's your choice. There's a question on POA we are not answering. KUSA has been answered. All right. There's a question on MF redemption. I don't have domain knowledge on this. MF redemption, if units are pledged, will be able to deliver securities on same date exchange cutoff time. Has anybody understood the question? I'm a bit confused. Having said that, if you're saying if MF units are pledged, will it get unpledged on time? Again, unpledging depends on the efficiency of the CC, the CM, and the concerned TM. If they work fast, it will happen. But of course, there'll be some deadlines, there'll be some processes, you need to follow it.
If the shares are under pledge, then he needs to be unpledged, and then only he can do the pay now.
Yes, sir. At the time of release of repledged stock by CM from CC, if CC does not provide PSN number which they are releasing, how will CM come to know? So it is so when you pledge, you will give a PSN number. When you unpledge, CCs, it's a very interesting question. Suppose I pledge 100 shares with you under PSN 1, then 100 shares are same as in under PSN 2. The 100 shares are same as in under PSN 3. Great, pledge कर दिया. Now मैं बोला भैया 100 मुझे रिलीज कर दीजिए. आप कौन सा वाला PSN रिलीज करेंगे? क्लीन कॉर्पोरेशन. तो क्या रिलीज करता है आप मुझसे PSN नंबर मांगोगे कि अपने हिसाब से रैंडमली एलोकेट करोगे?
Mostly, sir, पीछे से होएगा. Means it will go from back, sir. So if your PSN 1, 2, 3, then release will third one will get released first.
So can't CCs give a अच्छा first in first out or last in first out?
If I do first in first out, then
then we have another problem. हाँ.
So mostly it will be last in first out, but we can look into it whether we can because see if I ask for PSN one detail, then a lot of details will be required to ask for release.
So damned if you don't do, damned if you don't. बोला PSN डिटेल चाहिए, अरे कितना डिटेल मांगता है. और यदि PSN डिटेल नहीं है तो भी कुछ भी रिलीज कर देता है. Can you take optional PSN?
We will try and look.
It is like early pain. If you give the client code, I'll give you credit in that. If you don't, then I'll randomly give you wherever I feel like.
We will check that on and we will let you know, sir.
But this is a very important thing, because when it comes to early pain, we have to release securities. So and obviously release will be at client code level. Of course, Josefa, when we are asking for release of collateral, we have to at least mention the client code, right?
Yes, TM code, client code, you will have to mention.
So if I mention TM client, so usually same client having pledged same quantity, and the two different pledges is unlikely, though not impossible. And from two will be two separate demat accounts. So practically this may not be a big problem. All right. So in case client wants to sell security in IPO, so this is a scenario interesting. Suppose there's a client, उसके डीमैट में 1 लाख रुपए का एक आइटम पड़ा है, उसको वही बेचना है, वो बेचारा कैसे बेचेगा? So there are 2-3 ways. Number one, he pledges in your favor, then he sells it. On T+2, you release the pledge, take the pain. Second option is he transfer in your pool account, you do early pain and sell it, or you sell it and do early pain the same day. In that case, he can do it. Okay, a client sells the shares today and transfers margin. Yes, this has been answered. Okay, this is a question for depositories. A client sold shares worth rupees 5 lakhs. Not depositories, for exchanges. The client sold shares worth rupees 5 lakhs. He transferred into my pool account, but I didn't do early paying. Now what will happen to margins? Friend, he sold shares worth 5 lakh. So I'm assuming the margin would be 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees. He's transferred shares into a pool account, so it is worth 4 lakh rupees. So there's already margin collected. You only trouble you'll have if it's a trade to trade item, in which case his margin due will be 100 rupees pura, but the value of the shares will be 0 because of 100% haircut there. But I'm sure we have raised all these issues with the regulator and exchanges, and I'm very confident that they'll come out with some very sensible, commonsensical solutions to this problem. Okay. Depositories, this margin pledge, the new demat account we open for margin pledge, when are you expected to activate it? The new account for margin trading.
Yeah, we are in a process of introduce this. Shortly, we will come out with the circulars, okay, and then they are allowed to open a new account.
All right. Same with NSDL?
Our circular will be issued in a day or two.
Wonderful.
Immediately after that, we will enable the option for open account.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Achha, now is OTP generated for each ISIN or each instruction? The link, basically, the link in OTP.
This link will be provided to the BO, and if you click on link, he has to enter the PAN or a BOID. Then he will have all the transactions which are pending for authentication, and then over there he has to there is an option given to generate an OTP. When he click on that, the OTP will be sent to his SMS and email. That OTP is to enter there, and then the transactions will be considered for further processing.
Okay. So may I ask some silly questions and scenarios to clarify for the benefit of members at large? Suppose a client, I set up pledge 100 shares of Reliance of this client and set up करके उसको link गया. Then he has not done anything. At 10 o'clock in the morning, I do this. At 11 o'clock, I say 100 shares of other company I put. Again, he has done nothing. Then I say, okay, 100 shares of third company I put after at 12 o'clock. Now, the client would get 3 links. Is that correct?
Yeah, in CDSL, what you are saying, I'm sorry. Yeah, in CDSL, what you are saying is correct. So what is going to happen is, if
सर रुकिए ना, तो उसको 3 लिंक मिल गए. अब वो पहला लिंक खुलेगा, तो पहले लिंक में खाली पहला आइटम दिखेगा कि तीनों दिख जाएगा?
नहीं. Basically, he will be able to see all the transactions which has initiated.
Okay, so if he opens any of the 3 links, he will have access to all the 3 transactions.
Is that correct? Basically, the third link. No. What you have said is basically when he will click on the third link.
Okay.
So he will click on the third link.
Link 1 and 2 will become inactive or useless, irrelevant?
No. It will actually basically it will be the same link. I mean, even if he clicks on the first link, after creating the transaction, third transaction, he'll be able to see all the 3 transactions.
Okay, so those 3 links will be same effectively.
Yeah. Correct.
So basically, for every, so it's almost like a day POID client ID combo.
Yeah.
For the day. So
that is
all right.
Correct.
Oh, now suppose at 12 o'clock he opens the link, he confirms all 3. Wonderful, great. Now at 1 o'clock I put one more entry. Now he'll get the 4th link. Now if he opens it, will he see 3 done, 1 pending?
No, so he'll be able to see only one transaction, which is pending for authentication.
Again, it will be the same link?
Yeah, link will be same, but he will be able to see only one transaction which is pending for authentication.
So it's almost like a login of his own, and आज दिन भर का काम दिख रहा है उसको. I think so. Okay, that clears our mind a bit. And then when he's authenticating, every time he authenticates, he'll get OTP. The first time he did the set of 3, he will get a OTP, one OTP, and then he does the 4th one. It's a one single set. He'll get a separate OTP for that because he's doing later. Now, suppose there are 3 of them. He confirms just 1. OTP confirms 2. I'll confirm later. It is as per his mood and whims and fancies.
That is possible. So
yeah,
basically, that
उसको payout में share आने वाला है. तो जब तक share नहीं आएगा, तो ये confirm कर दिया तो वो pledge fail हो जाएगा. तो he know. तो suppose as a broker I put up request in the morning कि ये 8 भैया pledge कर देना. उसको मालूम है 3 है तो 3 को कर OTP के confirm कर दिया. दोपहर हाँ payout आ गया चल भाई ये 2 भी confirm कर दे. Something of that sort.
Yes, that is correct. So for example, in your example, if he has he confirmed he is able to see all the 3 transactions, but he wants to confirm only one transaction. He will select one. He will generate OTP, will authenticate. Subsequently, after entering the 4 transactions, he can confirm all the remaining 3 transactions after confirmation.
He can do one or many as per his mood. Okay. NSL similar process, Prashant, more or less?
Yeah, exactly. It is a similar. So perfect. Just make it clear. Every time when he will come to the portal, for every confirmation, there will be OTP. So as you are saying, in the one go, he confirm all 3, only one OTP. Okay. But if he only 2, then one OTP. For the remaining one, he will come subsequently. There will be another OTP.
So I thank both the depositories. Prima facie, this looks like a very efficient solution. Because हम लोग सब डरे हुए थे यदि 20 आइजन है उसको 20 OTP आएगा और 20 बार डालेगा और क्लाइंट पीटेगा हमको. But this is a very efficient way. Both of you have designed it. Thank you very much. All right. Moving to the next question. Depositories would have to go live with process before deadline, or else broker will be forced to scare off all positions. No. ये ऐसे उल्टी पुल्टी बातें मत करो. यदि depositories 1 August तक live नहीं गई, तो exchange regulators को extend कर देगा. Number 1. या TTCA चलता रहेगा. नंबर 2, TTCA के लिए आपके पास 1 महीना और है. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि 1 अगस्त को ही या 31 जुलाई को ही सारे शेयर देके तुरंत प्लेज करना है. Though that is one of the answers given. This is not the intent. One of the answers given by a panelist is probably you cannot count shares lying in the collateral account for that period of August. I don't think that is possible, and if exchange takes that stand, probably I'll go fighting to SEBI on this, because you are forcing the entire 1 month period was given to do it smoothly. You're forcing the entire market to do it on 1st August. The kind of mess that will be created is crazy. Depositories are running against time to get it sorted. Even if the depositories are ready by 20 July, 20 जुलाई से 1 अगस्त तक हमें तो टाइम लग जाएगा समझने में, सिखाने में, करने में. उस टाइम पीरियड में आप चाहते हो कि सारे शेयर वापस भी फेंकूं, वापस प्लेज भी लूं, तो फिर वो 1 महीने के टाइम पीरियड का मतलब क्या है? Okay, so I don't think that would be a bit of overkill, but again we'll wait for the final guidelines to come. Moving ahead, if stock pledge for cash, FNO, yes, stock pledge for one segment can be used for all segments because the current says part pledging definitely allowed. There's a question for CDSL. Can we have an online portal for margin pledge similar to EDIs, where broker can directly integrate the same directly into their trading system?
Yeah, currently we're working on it, and definitely we'll come out with a solution shortly.
Okay. There's a request that POA should be considered for margin. The regulator in its wisdom, after many committee meetings, has taken a decision. As BBF, we have always requested regulator that POA is superior. क्लाइंट के डीमैट में शेयर पड़ा हुआ है, किसी को तकलीफ नहीं दे रहे, प्लेज करो अनप्लेज करो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं होती. रेगुलेटर ने हमें सुना, कमेटी में हमारे सारे पॉइंट सुने, बोले तुम्हारी बात सुन ली, हमें नहीं जचता. इट इज डिसीजन टेकन, चैप्टर इज क्लोज्ड. राइट, the entire it will not be considered it, and not once, multiple times we have said, we have given all the logic. They've understood our point of view, but they made an assessment, the risk reward ratio, and they said that the risk is more than the reward in the system, so we don't want this, and this is a new margin pledge system which has come. They want a positive confirmation of the customer. It will come from the point of view of OTP. Okay. Now, can we consider only VAR as haircut, or VAR plus ELM plus additional market as haircut for pledge stocks? I don't remember the FAQ of December 2019 so well. Inspection team, the exchange team, could you tell us if for the purpose of haircut in valuation of securities, is it VAR or is it VAR plus ELM?
So the minimum requirement is VAR. The broker can of course have a stringent policy.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, there's another person. I am a self-claiming member in cash. I am a TM in FNO and TM in currency. So how many accounts I need to open? 3. 2 in CDSL, 1 in NSTL. Security details report as per Annexure 7. Will it be available at trading member end as well, or provided to CM only? So conceptually, remember, from the point of view of clearing corporation, TM is no one. उसका member clearing member है. तो clearing corporation खाली अपने clearing member से deal करेगा. But India में clearing corporation takes a bigger role, and sometimes TM के लिए भी reports बना के दे देता है. But I don't think there is any direct electronic connectivity between the TM and the CM where they can talk to each other. So all reports flow through the CM to the TM. Is that correct, Josefa, conceptually?
No, sir. We gave trade report, position report, margin report directly from the CC to the TMs. So this
how does the TM access it?
We use the infrastructure of the exchanges.
Yeah. So
to pass it on.
So suppose so it's through exchanges, right?
Yeah, it's through exchanges.
So point is,
we don't have direct contact with them.
Yeah, the point I'm saying, there's no direct communication between this CC and CM. However, in India, the clearing corporation have taken a larger role, market development role, a support role. So they do things which is usually not to be done by them. Thank you very much. And they use the exchange infrastructure to send the reports to the trading members. So security details as per Annexure 7. Will the CC give it to TMs too?
So we maybe not on day one, but yeah, subsequently once we are okay with the report, we can develop them at TM level also.
All right. Thank you so much. Up to what time will pledge window be available? Depositories?
It will be available till the end of the day for any day.
Correct.
So whatever the EOD deadline prescribed, that will be the time till which it will be available.
So if if the end of day is 10 p.m. suppose I put up a pledge request at quarter to 10, and if the client doesn't use the link in the next 15 minutes, the link is over for the day. Next day, new story. Is that correct?
Yes, is that correct? Because the SMS is going to be delivered to the customer instantly.
Okay.
So before 15 minutes only it will get delivered. So that type of the due diligence need to be followed.
Okay. Second question: can I do a post-dated pledge instruction? So today is suppose 1st Jan. On 1st Jan, I put in an entry, the 2nd Jan pledge. So the link will go to him. So again, that is valid for one day. Is it valid till the 2nd day?
The link is valid till the end of the execution date.
End of execution date. Okay.
Yes. So today also he can confirm, as well as tomorrow also till the end of the day he can confirm.
Okay. CDSL, similar logic? Is it?
No, in CDSL actually that link will be valid till EOD. So future
end of the entry date.
Currently.
Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So in CDSL, the link is valid for the end of the entry date, and in NSDL, it is valid till end of the execution date. See, sir, there's no need for depository systems to be similar. Everybody can follow their own processes. Only time says which is a better system, which is not a better system, and we learn from industry practice. Having said that, the objective of this seminar is to make people aware what are the various systems. आपको पूना जाना है, एक्सप्रेस वे जा सकते हो, ओल्ड पूना हाईवे से भी जा सकते हो. आपको पता होना चाहिए उसके मैप्स क्या हैं, फिर आपको कौन सा रास्ता लेना है, ये आपका चॉइस है. So the whole idea is to educate of the systems. Thank you. This is, in fact, I think I know a lot, but जब भी एक webinar करता हूँ, I keep on learning so many new things. So I hope I've answered that. We have 170 pending questions and more than 550 members still on the webinar. So I don't know how long we can continue before I collapsing. I'm waiting for the pandemic. I'm going to take a party from everyone. इतना काम करवाते हैं मुझसे.